We've just had another question come in. What if I'm dieting and plan to lose weight over the next 6 to 12 months? 6 to 12 months is quite a long period of time. And when I was talking about how long a bra should last, we said if you wore one or two back to back every single day, you're probably only going to get 6 to 9 months out of them anyway. And if you are going to lose a lot of weight, if you're going to lose half a stone over those 6 to 12 months, then you can probably, so long as you're in a well-fitting bra that's nice and snug, you can bring the back in and things like that, and it's not gonna be too dissimilar. However, if you're planning on losing 3 or 4 stone over that 12 to 6 months, then you're going to need something on your weight loss journey. Otherwise, it's going to start to get uncomfortable and it's not going to be offering much support. So you're going to want to come and get fitted every time that you find that it's quite baggy or you're quite uncomfortable or it's riding up your back. Those are sort of signs that it's not fitting you and it's going to be time to move on. Hopefully you can just buy 1 or 2 and it'll just sort of see you through that journey, so you're not having to spend lots and lots of money, but you certainly want to be comfortable and you want to feel good is the most important thing all the time. So you don't want 6 to 12 months where you're not feeling too good because you've worn a bra that's way too big. I am just going to flick through and pick out some other comments, some other questions. Just one moment. Okay, so another question. Can I wear a bra to bed? The short answer is yes, but it needs to be an unwired bra. So it needs to be a soft cap, like, for example, this one's actually a nursing. It doesn't need to be a nursing bra. You can wear something like this to bed, no problem at all. It's nice and soft, it's cotton lined, it's not going to cause you any problems at all. So you can wear something like this to bed. We wouldn't recommend wearing a wired bra like this one we saw a minute ago. It's going to dig in and it's going to be uncomfortable, and it's not overly great for your breast tissue to have this pressure against it all the time. So it's nice to give them a break. In terms of nursing, we had another question in earlier based on wired bras and nursing. Can you nurse in a wired bra? Short answer is yes, but we would recommend that you only do this once your milk supply settles down, because otherwise if you get fitted for a wired bra like this one, 1 week after the baby's born, you're much fuller at that point, and once your milk settles down, this is then going to be really baggy. So to save that from happening, we recommend you wait until you're happy that your size is sort of stabilized, and then come and get fitted for your wired one. Also, you'll notice that with a nursing wired bra, it's super flexible. So although it's giving you more support than a non-wired, it's still allowing more fluctuation in your breast tissue, and it's not going to get in the way, as opposed to an absolutely regular bra. But it's totally personal preference. And also you have 2 different styles of inners on your nursing bras, which are ones with just a side panel, just a sling on the inside, and one with an inner cradle which goes around the breast and supports it a bit more. Completely personal preference which one you wear, totally personal choice. Different brands make them differently, so Panache, pretty much this is what they do in their non-wired. Hot Milk typically will always put the cradle in. So another thing we hear flying around quite a lot is the average bra size is a 36D or 36C. If I got rid of all the bras in my shop and swapped them all for 36Cs, I might make more money, but to be honest, I wouldn't be doing a very good job. I don't think it's overly true at all. Our average best-selling size is a 34F or a 34FF. But to be honest, that still won't be the country's average size, because my customer has come to me for a reason. My customers come to me because they know that I've got a collection of fuller busted bras, and they've chosen not to shop in other places. So that's still not a true representation of the entire country. There have been some studies done, but again, they use a very small pool of people. So the average size across the country, who knows? It's definitely going to be bigger than a double D. It's probably going to be a smaller back size than a 36, but actually there is no definitive answer. Another question that's come in is the difference between a balcony bra and a balconette. Is there any difference? Not really. Different companies choose to call them different things. So Panache typically refer to theirs as a balconette. It's got a relatively high middle, it's got a 3-part cup, and it's got that side support that we saw earlier, and the shoulder strap is positioned up the side. This bra is by Fantasy, and they call it a balcony, but it's very similar. Similar height in the middle, or this is actually a smaller size bra. Similar height in the middle, 3-part cup, side support, strap towards the edge, again, going up here. So they are very similar bras, balcony, balconette, interchangeable. Do we have any more questions that you'd like to ask on the messages? If you do, say them now. I can see a couple of people typing. Another thing, when we have people coming in, they ask if we measure, and we often say, actually, no, we fit. We don't use the traditional tape measure. We don't use it at all. We fit by eye. That doesn't mean that you need to stand there naked. We're not really interested in your boobs, just your bra. We're looking for how the bra fits, and for some of the reasons I've already mentioned. You could be one size in one brand, and you could be a completely different size in, well, not a completely, but a different size in another brand. And also, personal preference comes into play. So some customers just really do not like a tight band, even if it's the best fitting bra for them. They just can't tolerate it. And actually, if you've got a medical reason why not, if you've got a hiatus hernia, you won't necessarily be able to take that pressure. If you're quite mature, if you're in your sort of 70s, 80s, 90s, your skin is much thinner, and therefore it won't be able to take the pressure. So there are different reasons why people want a different fit. Some people are much more concerned with back fat, as they like to call it, than the front, so they're looking for a smoother look. But interestingly, on that point, if you wear a firmer back and it stays nice and low, you'll find that on your ribs you're actually quite firm, whereas if you let the bra ride up underneath the back of your armpit, you're quite squidgy. So actually you'll get more back fat if you wear a bigger size and let it slide up. Another reason we don't use this tape measure is because people have different definitions of what's tight and what's loose. So I could measure over my boobs and it could almost be sort of hanging down, and somebody else could measure and it could be cutting in, and it's going to throw up a completely different measurement. So we measure by eye, and we're looking for certain things. A well-fitting bra, the side wire is going to sit behind your breast tissue here, but it's not going to sit way wrapped around your back. The wire is to encase the breast tissue, not to encase your back. So we want that sitting nice and flat, not digging in, not digging out or falling out behind the breast tissue. We want the center of the bra, this bit here, to sit nice and flush with your chest wall. That's not always possible. It is best practice, but actually, if you've got a very concave chest wall, your sternum dips in, if everything else lies flat, then this can't magically tip in. So on those ladies, this is not going to give a perfect contact. However, if this is being pushed forwards quite a lot, then there's something wrong with either the style or the fit. We're looking for this top edge of the cup to lie nice and flat against your bust, and it not to be digging in and not to be really baggy. Now, pretty much every lady has one side bigger than the other. So on those ladies, one side might be a little bit loose, whereas the fuller side is going to fit really well. And shoulder straps. We want the shoulder straps to be firm but not be doing most of the work. the band of the bra wants to be taking about 80% of the weight of your bust. So if you put a good fitting bra on and you drop the shoulder straps, the bra shouldn't fall down. It should pretty much stay in place. And then the shoulder straps are doing 10% each. So typically, I'll show you mine, I want them to be able to be pulled up about 1 inch easily, but I don't want them digging down into the shoulder. And what you shouldn't find is if you drop a shoulder, there is absolutely no way to lose a shoulder strap. Well, I think that is about it for session 1, unless anybody has any more questions quickly. I'm just going to check the questions on Twitter. Just bear with me 1 second. If you have any more questions, do shout them now. That's okay, Sam. So I'm going to do a whole selection of these little videos with top tips on various things. So I'm going to do one in-depth on nursing bras and maternity bras, and little hints and tricks and when you should go for those fittings. We're going to do one on sports bras. I'm going to do one on post-surgery, and a full session on teen bras. So if you've got any subject that you'd really like some good information on, then send us an email at mish-online.co.uk or drop us a Facebook message and ask away, and we will put them into a session for you. So if there's something that specific to you that you want to know about, then let us know, and we will cover it and give you some really good information and some tips on what to do. That's all from me, so thank you very much for watching, and I will see you soon.